Let's get together and be alright.
Good evening, Simpson Bay. Muy contento porque hoy me he dado cuenta que la comunidad latina está apoyando al Partido Democrático y está apoyando a su candidato 16, Octavio Gando. Nosotros como ciudadanos de San Martín no podemos dejar que un poquito de dinero nos confunda, porque en verdad somos para ellos alguien hoy y el viernes. Después de eso no somos nada, y hemos pasado eso por los últimos 40 años. Dominicanos, colombianos, todos los latinos que están esta noche aquí, yo quiero pedirle que humildemente que el 29 de este mes ustedes salgan temprano a votar. A las 8 de la mañana debemos ser los primeros. Vamos a votar DP por cualquiera de los candidatos, y el mío es el 16. Vamos a hacerlo. Buenas noches.
Octavio Gando García, el líder del comunidad latino. Gracias, Octavio. Don't forget on Friday.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know some of you have been blinded. When I say blinded, by all the carnival flags and posters with the UP tonight. Look at what's going to happen. What goes up, down it goes. Don't be fooled by the amount of propaganda that was made on the roads of St. Martin. Don't be fooled by the carnival that's happening on the Pondfield, because on the 29th, there's only one course of action. Everyone is going to follow the white line, and they're going to vote for the National Alliance. I would like to let you all know about something that has been happening for the past 40 odd years. Everyone is talking about building hospital, building theater, building everything. But let me tell you something that has been built. The festival village has been built on the Pondfield. And I look back at the years in 1969 when I was a booth holder, $100 for a booth. Today, it's $900 for a booth in the Carnival Village. I think we have not a white elephant, but a big elephant on our Pondfield that is not being utilized by the DP party or all the parties that are talking about experience, that they are experienced doing what?
Prime Ministers too. There you go. I went to Dutch Quarter, I went to Miller Region, I went to Soccer Garden, I went to French Quarter. The people them over there, they are very intelligent people. Some of the best artists in the island, they live right over there. Some of the best carpenters, right over there. I went to St. Peter's. All right. I went to St. Peter's, and that was a humbling moment too, because that's where I was going to school, where I used to go to school every morning. And when I stopped on LB Scott Road and I realized where I come from and where I am today, I had to give recognition to that. When I look at St. Peter's in that area of St. Martin, it's right in the valley of the hill, and all the great minds that were developed there. I want to see more great minds developed there. That's why I'm looking at right now education reform. I'm looking at how we're going to tap in our education system to employ in the youth in St. Martin. We're going to tap it into healthcare reform. We're going to tap it into employment. And we're going to make more opportunities for we, the people of St. Martin. The Democratic Party, we're going to get it done right. We're going to get it done with long-term plans, long-term vision for St. Martin, not short-term plans, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, the other parties have been juve all over the island. And we know that right now we have rain. And a little bit of rain is not going to fret and frighten any one of us. So we are here tonight to bring a message to you, St. Peter's. We are here to bring a message to you, South Reward. We are here to bring a message to Saunders, Mary Francis, the cul-de-sac area. I want to tell you tonight that we, the National Alliance, we are going to get 8 seats or more. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Herbert Martina. You will not see Prince on the ballot sheet. As a matter of fact, when coming here, they call me Advan Khalifa name, the mighty sweeper. That's my name for tonight. But you know something? Right now I'm going to tell you, number 23 on the National Alliance list, working from the bottom, humble from the bottom, working my way up. And using the word up, they don't have to pay attention to the word up. They are the UPP party. I am going to use that word tonight. You know why? Because we have to be uplifted.
I'm going to tell the folks of St. Martin something. Today, someone told me that the Harbour group of companies wrote up a check of $10,000 to buy tickets for people to come from abroad, paid for by the Harbour, the company owned by us, for them to come back and vote for the UP party. Yes, Sarah. Yes. And I sent an email today to the managing director of the Harbour, and I said, Mr. Mark Bingo, is it true, yes or no? And Mr. Mark Bingo did not deny, and he did not confirm. But what Mr. Mark Bingo told me, I'm going to get a letter from his lawyers. But I got one message from Mr. Mark Bingo, the Harbour, Theo Helga, the up party. They could send me what letter they want. They could send me whatever letter they want, because I'm a member of parliament, and as a member of parliament I have the right to ask questions. Yep. And they have to answer to me. And since Mr. Mark Bingo and the Harbour Group of Company don't want to answer to my email, I'm going to send it formally tomorrow morning as a member of parliament, and they will have to answer not to me but to the Democratic Party and to the people of St. Martin. Because it cannot be so that members of political parties using government-owned companies to fund their own campaign. That's why we got the Dutch government looking over our back, because of the things that they do. If they do things the right way, we would not have the Dutch government looking over our back. I spoke a couple of days ago about the Point Blanche land deal. When I was commissioner, we had these Venezuelans that owned a lot of land that was given to them years ago in Point Blanche up on the hill, Monte Vista. And when I became commissioner, I said, why these people got this land sitting and not doing nothing with? And we have local people coming to me every day and begging me, Mr. Marlin, Commissioner, could we get a piece of land? So I decided, you know something, they're not using the land, I'm going to take it away from them. I went to a lawyer, and I could tell you the lawyer named Jeroen Veen, and myself and him sat down, and we put it together that we took away the land from these Venezuelans up on Monte Vista, and I distributed the land to a number of local people that today have their homes built. It's to the back of Monte Vista. I would invite you to go up there, take a drive, because the road is paved, and go up there, take a drive and see how we created the opportunity for local people to get 500, 600 square meter land. And the leader of the Up Party, when he went into government, the leader of the Up Party decided that it wasn't good
for the St. Martin people to be able to live up on Monte Vista like the Venezuelans and everybody else who bought land up there. What the leader of the up party did, he turned around and he gave the Venezuelans permission to sell government leased land outright. Which means, when you have a young person coming back from studying and want a little 400 or 500 square meter of land to build a home of their own, to own a little piece of St. Martin, the leader of the up party took it away. And you know something? I question it as a member of parliament. I question it publicly, and up to today, the leader of the up party cannot respond. I'm going to tell you why he cannot respond. Because he got a little 5,000 square meter in that deal for himself. That's why he cannot respond. 5,000 square meters he got reserved for himself. That's why he cannot respond. But you know something? He's afraid to pass the deed by the notary, because if he pass the deed by the notary, everybody on St. Martin will know. You know, last night when I went to bed, I had a dream. Seriously, I had a dream. Y'all looking at me like a joke. I had a dream last night. I had a dream that Sarah Westcott Williams will be the next Prime Minister of St. Martin for the next 4 years. That was my dream. I had a dream last night that children can grow up in St. Martin, whether they come from Dominican, Haitian, Aruban, Curacao, United States parents, that the children can grow up free. That was my dream. That was my dream last night. I had a dream last night that education on St. Martin would be free. I got a young lady stand up in front of me, I would not call her name, who's having problems with education right now. That was my dream, sweetheart. Smile with me. That was my dream. That you can educate yourself and you can become who you want to become without any hindrance of any political party, without any hindrance of anybody telling you, because it is your right for education. I had a dream last night that every immigrant on St. Martin who comes to St. Martin can be live free without any political pressure, without any oppression of any political party, because that is what democracy is all about, ladies and gentlemen. That was my dream. I had a dream last night. That every child, every citizen that comes to St. Martin, that grew up in St. Martin, can be the managing director of our airport and of our harbor. That was my dream last night. Not one family being in charge of government-owned companies, and they don't give the opportunities to our young people that come back from studying, that they don't give them the opportunities that they can flourish in this community. I had a lot of dreams, I had a lot of dreams. And I don't tell me I had too much dreams in one night. I didn't finish dreaming last night yet because I didn't sleep. I had a dream last night, and this is for the UP party. I had a dream last night that every citizen on St. Martin can have the opportunity to go into the shipping business. That every citizen on St. Martin can go into the shipping business and own a piece of the harbor on St. Martin. And that we don't have no more monopoly at the harbor on St. Martin, whereby just one particular family control all the shipping business on St. Martin, and the local people are made to pay. And when they ask them, why is food so expensive on St. Martin? You know what they tell them? It's the shipping companies. And the shipping companies charging too much. But who are the shipping companies? The shipping companies are controlled by one particular family on St. Martin. That monopoly has to stop. And that was part of my dream. I had a dream. I had a dream last night that every young St. Martin person, man or woman, finishing school in the Netherlands or in the United States or wherever they go to study and they come back, that they have the opportunity.
Victory will be for us and the people of St. Martin. Good night. I'm bringing my same story back because they are telling you all sort of things. Listen to me good and listen to me great. Do not drink that bush tea. That's manganito. Be very careful what you take in that cup. That is not bush tea. It's manganito. Be very careful. I am saying to you, we need 8 seats for a clean-cut victory. Now, I have my basket of goods. I have my bill because it's a message that this election is all about. In 2007, a big pile of milk was 24 guilders and 95 cents. In 2014, it's 58 guilders and 13 cents. Cheese was 4 guilders, it's now 9 guilders. Bread and butter. So I'm saying to all of you guys, this election is about bread and butter. This election is about basic goods. So when you can't afford milk, take out a bread. When you can't afford bread, take out a bread. When you can't afford cheese, take out a bread. When your children go to school hungry at night, pick out a bread. Because of a bread, we can't afford food. This election is about bread and butter issues. Bread and butter issues. If you can't eat, you can't live. They are telling you, eat concrete. You cannot eat concrete. 1996. My mother and my aunt was coming from celebrating a nice dance. And as they walk outside, a drunk driver came across and swept their lives away, took them away from the people of St. Martin. I am here and I'm screaming, Tutsi Olali Steven, can you hear me? Lillian Steven, can you hear me? Mommy, can you hear me? This victory is for you. We're going to win this victory for you. Lillian Steven, can you hear me? People of St. Martin, go out in great numbers. Go out in large numbers. Bring your friends. Bring your family. Bring your mother. Bring your aunt. Let us win this victory. Because I'm telling you, if you think Hurricane Lewis was bad, this present government is worse. You cannot gamble with your vote. You cannot
without prejudice, without nepotism, without prejudice, without preference, without hidden agendas, without cronyism. I believe we can become an island with a government that truly put the needs of the people first. Above our own needs and our own pockets. Yes. At St. Martin, we will serve the people of St. Martin in truth. And our government dealings will become transparent. So anybody could find out how we spend the money, where we get it from, what we do with it. All we can do, St. Martin, this is not like other elections, so all we can promise you is to give you a government that will remain strong after all the dust have fallen. We ain't gonna leave you without a government like the others. promise you true representation in Parliament. That means we're going to show up every day to work. We ain't going to take the $10,000 for nothing. Come on, St. Martin, let me hear you. Watch this, watch this. We're not going to be the kind of politicians that when you call us, we just mute the phone. And we don't answer the phone because we don't want to talk to you because election over. We're not going to be those kind of politicians. Come on, St. Martin, you deserve better. We promise to be accessible. That when you need to come to us, you can come to us. And when we make appointments with you, that we show up. Because we're tired of political leaders that are not present.
I want you to understand, people of St. Martin, it is my understanding that we have almost carnival on the Pond Field. But this is a design. A design to scare you. A design to intimidate you. But I want you, the people of St. Martin, to once and for all understand that a little flag and a little party and a band and our onions coming from Antigua will always bring a large crowd. When you bring international artists, those who could vote, those who can vote, those who wish to vote, and those who never will be able to vote will come and look. So tell them they ain't scaring us, but I'll guarantee them one thing, that every man in here today can vote. And tell them that we ain't scared. Tell them we're never scared. And tell them when they're asking for AFCs, tell them no way, Jose. Tell them that you, the people of St. Martin, say, they protect them, put it in the plate, and smoke it. I want to let you, the people of St. Martin, know that there are a couple of issues that I want to touch on before I leave this podium. One of them has to do with the minimum wage. I am the last man to increase the minimum wage. If it had not been for me, the minimum wage today would still be at 1,100 guilders. Today it is what it is at because of my resolve. And I give you my word that when I am elected to Parliament again, a proposal will come forward to increase the minimum wage to nothing less than 1,800 guilders. That I give you my word on. I did it before and I will do it again. I also want to present to you, the people of St. Martin, that school fee, they say they give it all quality. They call it school fee, they call it parental fee, they call it contribution fee. It is a school fee. And I want to also ensure you that that school fee will be eliminated once and for all. Let me tell you that we're not giving you a pie in the sky. How are we going to pay for it? How are we going to replace the fund? Those government-owned companies that continues to bring in tempo for like 500,000 and come without kind of some slash, giving their sons and daughters 500,000 guilders to put on a show that never ever materialized or happened. No, don't do that no more. Government-owned companies will contribute to the school fee fund to cover the 2 million guilders that is afforded to the school fee. So what I'm saying to you, the school fee, the budget cost, it will be covered via the government-owned companies. It is my belief that government responsibility is to educate its children.
I step up to the plate now because I'm in need of a job. I have a job. I have a job. I stepped up to the plate because I see that in Parliament we have need for persons that can duly represent the St. Martin, and then you can call them honorable members of Parliament.
Each and every vote that they thought they left with, I want to see 4 times that amount come back. What about that? The National Alliance, oh my bad, Sylveria Jacobs is my name. And I believe Minister Arundel introduced me sufficiently. But I still think that I should express manners and say good evening to everyone and tell you who I am. I am here today because I want to serve you again. Again. We missed it by a few votes the last time to get the 8 seats, but are we going to make that mistake again? No! We cannot afford 4 years of what we've seen for 3 of the past 4 years. Who agrees with me? The current government, the 2 parties forming the current government, want a change. Can we have them get a change? That's right. We want to do like Herbert says and sweep them out. Let's have a clean government. A government filled with integrity, real integrity, not the type of integrity that lands us on the front page for vote buying, for intimidation, tax evasion. What else? You know it, right? It's not a national alliance that is saying this. This is not a political gimmick. This is actually the news.
On the 29th of August, it's about the vote. It's about nothing else. It's about the vote, the voters, and counting the votes. Come out on the 29th. Let's get it right. Let's get it right, St. Martin. So remember that, and I wanted to say it up front before I get started and forget to say it. Today, August the 28th, that's what we're at. It is the day before election on St. Martin. It is the day when you have the chance to reflect on what will happen on August the 29th. When you hear a so-called powerful party like the United People's Party claim that they are, and they resort to things like calling the Democratic Party of St. Martin the non-doing party or the nothing-doing party, it tells you what time it is. I believe that the time on their green watches is running out. Time is running out for them, and their batteries are running behind, because it is the Democratic Party, the same one that they're talking about, that have them where they are today. We did nothing so that they could shine. And you know something? While I was so proud to announce that we have finally approved one of the major cooperation projects between French and Dutch St. Martin, and that is a wastewater facility plant that will go right there in Colby to serve both sides of the island, connected to from Colby and connected to from Marigot, that we will clean up the lagoon. And I was so proud to be able to say that. But you know what really got me down today? You know what really got me down today? When I had to hear from the people of that village down there, Simpson Bay, how they were disrespected by the government that I am part of and by the minister of the United People's Party. It made me feel bad, very bad, because there was nothing that I could have done to stop it. I didn't know that it was taking place. I didn't know that the government of St. Martin, the Minister of Public Works in particular, could have taken the people of Simpson Bay for granted and taken a piece of land in Simpson Bay and manipulated the piece of land that today, believe you me, if you see the people of Simpson Bay, all of them stand up tomorrow against the government of St. Martin. It is because of the disrespect by the Minister of Public Works for the people of St. Martin. And they told me tonight that they will not stand for it. And I want to tell them tonight that regardless to what the cost is, I will be standing with them. I will be standing for that it's another minister, because it's a Democratic Party that is in government with them. Without our 2 seats, they could not be doing what they're doing. And we need to say it and call it for what it is. It's a pity. It's a pity. But I want them to know that we are no foolish people. I was not born in that village there. You know why I was not born in that village there? Although my father and his parentage go back to the 17th century on St. Martin, but I was not born there. I was not born on that soil, because my mother, who toiled on both French and Dutch St. Martin, happened to be in French St. Martin when I was born. That's why I was born in French St. Martin. That's why when we talk about cooperation, I talk about where I was born over there, and I talk about the Dutch side of St. Martin, from where my father and his father and his father and his father and his father hails, from right here in Simpson Bay. And so today it hurt me. It hurt me tonight when those people down there, all of them together, can tell me what has been done to them by the greed and by the envy of politicians on the United People's Party list. Could you understand how I feel? Could you understand the helplessness that I feel because they have the majority in the Council of Ministers? But let me tell you something. Long rope for Margot Goat. I hope you understand what I mean. Long rope for Margot Goat. And it's got to stop. It got to stop somewhere. It has to stop somewhere. Tomorrow, August the 29th, you have the opportunity to make the difference. Look where this is heading. If by chance, a slight chance, they get a majority in government, imagine what St. Martin would be like. Imagine what your future would be like under that kind of a government. People who tell people things to their face and turn their back and do differently. That's what the people are complaining about. That is what is hurting the people of St. Martin. And then they go on the radio and they talk about things like working for the people. Which people is the question? But we are going to change things around. You realize that St. Martin has been given a chance against the vices that are seeking to destroy our country. They gave St. Martin a chance by allowing the Democratic Party 2 seats in government, and because of those 2 seats, we were able to steer things. As difficult as it was, we were able to steer things. And then you have the opportunity tomorrow. That's what it is. Tomorrow is August the 29th. Tomorrow is election day. Tomorrow is your chance to say that this carnival on the other side of the hill is over as of August the 29th. The carnival is over. The carnival is done. The carnival is done. Enough is enough. And the people of St. Martin, each and every one of you, wherever you have come from to make St. Martin your home, you need to stand. And I don't want to say stand up. You need to stand. You need to be strong, because on August the 29th, we need to make a firm decision. A decision that is either for the people of St. Martin or just a small set, a small group of people that are on the other list. How beautiful it is that you have waited here, you have braved the rain, and you have come back here after 2 showers of rain to hear the people of St. Martin, those who want to represent you, speak. but you need a rest. And tomorrow I want you to consider what is going to be taking place on August the 29th. I want you to go in every corner of St. Martin. I want you to talk to the person that you have not spoken to for years, to tell them how important it is to come out and to vote right. Listen to where we are today. When a judge, not I, a judge is going to suggest that there is class justice on St. Martin. Do you know what that means? It means that it is felt as if the justice system is only for the rich. When a judge is going to say something like that, listen to the bells that are ringing. Listen to the bells that are ringing for St. Martin, and pay attention to what we are going to be doing. You want to hear the truth? You are here tonight to hear the truth. You want a show? You want to see motorbikes going up and down the hill. You want to see the green lights lighting up the hill. Then you belong over the hill. Because just like we burn the Momo after every carnival on St. Martin, that show too will come to an end. And the real faces will be revealed.
As we prepare to face Decision Day, come Friday, August 29th, you and every one of us will be called upon to take a decision, to decide once and for all the direction St. Martin will be going into in the next 4 years and beyond. Just the other day, somebody said that one party is claiming if they put us in there with a majority, they won't get them out for the next 12 years. But let me tell you, if the people of St. Martin don't get it right this time, and they put the UP in there, we won't have a government after 4 months. After 4 months, we will need to go to the polls again, because half of those elected will be up in point blank. And when I say point blank, we are not talking about having their own key and their driver to leave when they want. There will be a key, but a key to keep them under lock and key. I accepted the responsibility to join hands with Louis LaVaste, to join hands with Theo Heidegger, and put a government in place for the people of St. Martin. 2000, the people of St. Martin voted in a referendum to become country St. Martin. And for 9 long years, the leader of the Democratic Party took us around in circles, promising us 2002 we will become country, 2004 we will become country, 2006, 7 and 8 we will become country, and 2009 we still were not country. And I accepted the responsibility when the opportunity came 1 year before the election, and we said we are ready to take on the challenge, and we did. Why did we do so? Because we believed in you, the people of St. Martin. You voted to leave the Netherlands Antilles, and we were prepared to lead the way for you. I can remember when I was in The Hague, along with the advisors, and the attacks came from Van Raak and others, and they said St. Martin cannot and should not become country because St. Martin is riddled with corruption. And we said to them, the time of corruption is over. Give us the opportunity to prove to you that we are ready to become country. We fought, we negotiated, we traveled, we went, we came back. And 10 days, 9 days actually, before election, while Theo quit the government to put his party together, to prepare and to be ready for election, William Marlin and his advisors and others, we were in the Netherlands fighting to become country. And 4 years after, lo and behold, what not only Van Raak is telling me, but the judges appointed here in St. Martin are saying, what kind of country do we have? We have worse than a banana republic. Not because of you, not because of you and you and you. You are decent, hard-working citizens abiding by our Constitution. And those who say we swear to uphold the Constitution are trampling on it every day, one day after the other. And it took a judge to insult country, St. Martin, when he said, I will not try 3 little boys. I will not try 3 little fries. I want those responsible. I want the head of the organization. If I can't get them, then it makes no sense. He basically told us, your public prosecutor's office is full of corruption. They're protecting politicians who are abusing of you, the people. The last of this has not been heard. We have 2 more days to correct the wrong ourselves. We cannot make another mistake. In 2010, you came this close to putting decent, hardworking, honest, committed people in office. This close you came. And what did we get for 4 years? What did we get